Hey there, Bruce, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Shit, it's been a while here, and there's 2 new chapters out now that we haven't done yet. I didn't do Chapter 3 when it came out. Chapter 4 has just come out about a week ago, and this is what I've been looking forward to. I really want to get to the end of this. This game is fantastic. Fantastic. So, very excited to see what happens next. So let's jump in and continue until we hit the next end at the end of Chapter 4. I don't know how many chapters there are going to be in the game in total, but I don't know. Would you like to see a recap? Should we? I mean, you probably don't need to because you can just watch the last episode, but it's been a while. Let's see the recap. Should I do a recap? Let's do a recap of episode 2. I vaguely remember. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask, and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps toward the door. Sunset. Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm going to keep my ears open for you. The dinner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she has been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure that she isn't getting into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if you would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyway. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. That's right. Into the mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shore mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shore mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says that they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. My dad says our house is haunted. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. A pair of thunderous knockers. Wait a second. Where'd the 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There's something in the darkness before you that is much louder, though you don't hear it. But you can feel it in your chest like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from here. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Bruce, you alright? Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them there. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed as your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shore mine still stuck to your skin. Yeah, take a shower. Can't start my day without a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. Ooh, it's lovely. So homely. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Mystical. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume me. What's this one? Think about Rosalina's shattered leg and the image of a foot barely still attached to her body. Think about Duke and the image of him lying there, slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. Scrub feverishly, trying to scrape their memories from your skin as if they're a part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and how many times he's watched you unseen. Think about someone special. Think about finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. Oh man, I don't even know what to go with. Let's just start with the first one. I like the mystical one. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume you. You're done here. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Oh man, so many options. I can't handle all the options. Check on the opossum. Look out the window. Check the closet. Let's check the opossum. I guess that's nearby, right? There are two of them now. Wave at them? You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. If I pat it, it'll probably bite me. I'm leaving. You've had enough of the growing family of opossums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. Look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. You breathe a sigh of relief. Nothing is out there watching you, at least nothing you can see. But you know Wayne's out there. You turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? No, it hasn't. That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. We'll message our group then. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. You're downstairs? You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-haired woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Offer the red-haired woman your boiled peanuts. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I used to go around giving everyone boiled peanuts. Done. You hold out your boiled peanuts as an offering to the woman in the kitchen. Thank you so much for the generous offer, sweetie, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I had a really bad experience with boiled peanuts one in the summer of, 17. Wait, let me think, 16. No, it was definitely 17. Anyway, my husband and Tulip and I were on this road trip to Blowing Rock and... Bruce, where'd you even get those? Hi, I'm Bruce. Good morning, I'm Janie. I'm just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. So nice to finally meet you, Bruce. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha with what with everything that's... Janie? Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Oh, are we having ice cream for breakfast? I'll have no sass from you today. They appear to take that little girl's foot They apparently had to take that little girl's foot last night. So I'm under a lot of stress right now, in case you hadn't put that together. And there's no we here. This stuff is way too hard to get a hold of for me to share. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible wound up happening. So you're coming with me. Let's get going. Okay, yeah. They had to take that little girl's foot? Jesus, Tabitha, you're not mincing words. Well, you'd rather I sugarcoat what happened? You'd rather I say, unfortunately, they weren't able to save the leg. That kid was brave, and she was horrifically punished for it. Sparing the grisly details does her a disservice for our own comfort. Now, should we go? Or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Yay, cousin bonding time. It'd be good to get to know each other a little better. Janie, lock up when you leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything. Oh no. Are you ready to leave? As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Bruce, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Let's keep going with the mystical shit. Last night was an unavoidable tragedy, but I'm afraid there's more to come. Oh dear, that sounds dreadful. Have you considered stopping by the church at some point this week? My husband's the pastor, and he'll be going absolutely stir-crazy since we moved here, while with nobody really attending sermons. It'll probably do him a lot of good to talk through your worries. With everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy. Having a pastor on speed dial is always handy. Debatable. And my Daniel is a wonderfully talented pastor. Also debatable. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh neat, what kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? Like Scooby-Doo? A mystery? What mystery? The events of last night are pretty cut and dried. Like, come on. Is it more believable that the Shaw mine collapsed because of mysterious unseen forces? Or is it more believable that it collapsed because it was a condemned mine that was unsuitable for human beings? People like Stella turn to conspiracy theories and the supernatural because they can't handle the truth that our world is ruled by chaotic forces that don't follow any kind of logical pattern. Bad things can happen to good people suddenly and for no reason. You can choose to accept that or you can live in denial. Is that why you choose not to be a good person? Maybe that was mean. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay. Keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much to think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Poor Kanika's really going through it, huh? It's unbecoming, and she's better than that. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Bruce, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Chat with Miles. So, Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Bruce, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. A pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. The policeman said he might be just out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together, since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone. And of herself this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods and look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? It's dangerous to go up there. I wouldn't go poking around. I ain't a stranger to what these hills have to offer. Daddy always said that I wouldn't have nothing to fear as long as I learned how to use my fists. So he taught me how to do all that. Yeah, but it didn't help your daddy, did it? Those woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy that I've learned the lessons than to go out there and find them. Your daddy was killed by ditchlings. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find them. Have you seen anything strange on the farm these past couple of days? Not really, no. But I've been awful busy, what with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty's our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady, too. I expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled down a hill. But I can't be looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on. He died on the northeast edge of town. Off the Asgina Trail. I mean, he might get himself killed, but... he reckons he can handle it. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please, tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. If you all want, you can swing by. Otherwise, meet at the library and figure out a plan. I think I'm good. I just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gotta chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. I guess we'll go see Stella? It doesn't take long for you to make your way to Stella's house. You take a deep breath and yell at the top of your lungs. Hi, Stella! Your shout is immediately met by the sound of an excited Gretchen behind the door. An exhausted Stella groggily stares at you from your doorway. Hey, sorry I'm a bit of a mess. I guess I slept in. A lot. Give me a minute to finish getting dressed and I can make us some breakfast. Stella talks from the other room as she changes. What are you feeling for breakfast? Pancakes, eggs, and biscuits? Maybe just a classic scramble? Scrambled eggs? Fuck yeah. I also have toaster waffles if that's more your speed. I want scrambled eggs. Offering biscuits after I've had one of Winnie's? Someone's got a family secret recipe, huh? Maybe. I never said they'd be as good as Winnie's, but I've certainly got a trick or two up my sleeve. Can't go wrong with a scramble. Definitely. Who knows how long it'll take us to bust Oscar's ghost night. We'll need all the protein that we can get to sustain ourselves. We can even make them together. Alright, let's get started. Cute jumpsuit. You look great. We just come onto her, you know. Just casual. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't... if I said I didn't pick it out just for you. This used to be my lucky get-up from back when I did ghost hunting videos. Though, I guess you might call it unlucky since I never actually seen a ghost. But hey, after the past couple of nights, maybe we could use a bit of bad luck. The kind of bad luck where we don't find anything, of course. Just don't want to jinx us. Should we start on food? I'm starving. You have to tell me what to do. Not really though, because scrambled eggs is fucking easy. Will do, I'm sure you'll catch on in no time. I know there are tons of methods for making a good scramble. Like sure, some folks like to crack the eggs right into the pan, but I always like to have all my components lined up before turning the heat on. Nah man, you gotta get the pan really hot with some oil in it, and then you crack the eggs in and you fucking whisk the shit out of them. So I mix the eggs in a bowl with milk and seasoning, like my forefathers taught me. If you want to chop up some extras to throw in, I got some fun options. Stella lays out a spread of ingredients: mushrooms, bell peppers, onion, garlic, sausage links, bacon. Everything. Gather up a few choice veggies and the breakfast meats and get to chopping. Anyway, seems like you got an earlier start than I did today. Anything interesting happen while I was asleep? Did Tabby give you a hard time? And have you heard anything from Oscar? I met Bo at the general store this morning. That poor guy, how's he doing? Apparently Big Betty's gone missing. Really? How's a 2,000 pound pumpkin just disappear? The cops say they haven't found Duke's body. He says he wants to look himself. Gosh, that sounds dangerous. I hope he stays safe. Tabitha was planning on babysitting me all day, but I managed to slip off while she was picking up tea. I'm glad you're here. It's been really nice spending time with you, even if a lot of it has been the two of us running in terror from the monster of the day. I haven't talked to Oscar yet, but apparently they had to amputate Rosalina's foot. colour drains from Stella's face. Oh no. Stella stands in silence for a moment before perking up. I baked some cookies last night after we got home. I was a little restless. I'll bring them over today. I'm not sure what else I can even do. Though cleansing his house of its spiritual resident will probably be helpful too. Hope you haven't forgot about our ghost hunting plans this evening. How are you still so positive after everything that's happened? Different people cope in different ways. I know there's nothing I can do about the situation, so I just try not to think about it. If I did, I might sink into a pit of despair and then I'd just be useless. But if I tuck it all the way, I can be there for the people who need me. Like the way you've been there for folks this week. You have to let it out eventually, Stella. If you don't, it will consume you from within. It does feel like that sometimes. But I'm sure that's how everybody feels, right? Besides, whatever bad feelings that may or may not be festering inside of me are a problem for future Stella. Yeah, fuck that person. Right now, I'm present, Stella, and my main concern is making sure we get a good breakfast so we're fueled up for our ghost hunt tonight. Oh, well, we may as well keep coming on to us and we're here. As long as I'm with you, I'm down for anything. Honestly, same. It's hard to believe we've only known each other for a couple of days. And hey, if this is anything like any other ghost hunt I've been on, it'll be much appreciated breather. There's no NSFW stuff in this game, is there? Because I don't want to have to like blur shit out. Unless you count Tommyknockers as ghosts. Or Wayne. I kind of count Wayne. It's probably time to start the first round of ingredients. A nice balance of meat and veggies for our balanced breakfast. Stella slides the ingredients from the cutting board into the pan. They sizzle. The aroma of cooking onions and bacon fill the air. Thanks for coming over, by the way. It gets lonely here sometimes. Explore Tabitha. Oh yeah, let's do that. Our cousin. I'm sorry Tabitha's kind of a jerk to you. I mean, she's probably like that with everyone, but still, I'm sorry. I don't think that's true. She's distant, sure, and kind of terse, but I think that's just her way of joshing with me. Like the whole banned from the mind thing. She's so funny. I know you think it's funny, but I'm not so sure. But she treats everyone like that. I'm just more persistent. If everyone backed off when Tabitha acted prickly around them, she'd be entirely cut off from the rest of the world. That seems like what she would like. So what exactly is your history with my cousin? Okay, I guess I can spill the beans. I suppose you could say we kind of dated. It was never really official, and she might tell it a little differently, but as far as I'm concerned, that was my first relationship. Not that she's my type or anything. Honestly, that's a lot closer to you. Do you still have feelings for her? Huh. In case I haven't made it blindingly obvious, I'm interested in someone else. Being with my cousin's ex. Let's just go with it. Interested in someone else? If you're talking about who I think you're talking about, I'm sure the feeling's mutual. Oh yeah, well if that's the case, maybe I'll have to make a move soon before someone else snatches him up. Why'd you two split? I wish I knew, just kind of stopped after high school. I guess you didn't see each other every day and she was always busy at the mine, so there wasn't much of a chance to hang out anymore. I wish we could have stayed friends, like actual friends. I could have used someone like her after the big accident. Kanika was at school already, Reese was sick, and Tabitha wouldn't even return my calls. It was, well, it's ancient history. Can't change the past. You think you'll always live here? Have you ever thought of moving away? It's hard to say. This house means a lot to me. This town means a lot to me, and I haven't had to think about where to live or where to go. But I guess I could see myself leaving for the right reasons. For the right person. Kanika told me about what happened to your parents. Oh yeah? Died in a car crash. They were taking me to college. I, didn't wind up going. Not much more to be said. Did you ever try to go back to school after that? Stella stared back down at the breakfast food, sizzling away in the pan. No, didn't have to. Like I said, I inherited this house, so it's not like I need to worry about where I'd live or how I'd get by. I mean, how do you get by, though? Just having a house isn't enough. You have to pay rates. How do you pay the rates? And food, and power, and everything else? Taking you to college, were you in the car? Yeah. But hey, life moves on. Best not to dwell on stuff like that. Can we, talk about something else? You and Kanika seem really close. Yeah, it's nice that she's back in town, but I wish it were under better circumstances. She's so busy with the store, so I don't know how she does it. It's been nice hanging out with her more the past couple of days. Though again, better circumstances would be nice. So we're actually going to meet Reese today, right? Heck yeah, we are. If Dr. Kelly tries to turn us away again, we can just sneak in. Nothing will stand in the way of us and friendship. What's he like? I'm not about to ruin a cool and mysterious introduction by telling you. I think you'll like him though. Are you sure he's real? At the very least, he was real for most of our childhood. And if he's a ghost now, that's even better. He can tell us what being a ghost is like. His mum's got it rough. Yeah, I can't imagine being in her shoes. Her whole life is taking care of him at this point, you know? If you're lonely, why not hang out with Avery? Oh, that's a good question. I guess I just don't know them very well. I grew up with Reese and Kanika and Tabby. Even you don't seem like a stranger, what with who you're related to. Avery moved here a few years ago. Kinda close on the heels of all that stuff with the accident, so I guess I wasn't really in the right headspace for making new friends. I do go to their parties, but now that you mention it, it is weird that I haven't thought to try and hang out with them outside of that. I should text them sometime. How's the food coming? Funny you should ask, looks like we're done here. And with that, breakfast is served. Hope you're hungry. I'm so glad you came over today. I've been having a little bit of a hard time sleeping the past couple of nights. I'm sure you can relate. I think I need a nice slow morning like this, just hanging out with you. As you and Stella start digging in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm sounding off. Oh shoot, I almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. If they're even still doing that after last night. I wonder how far the news has spread. Either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and see how Rosalina's doing. Gretchen barks at the mention of Mayor Jimmy. Why is meeting the mayor such an exciting event to you? He's just a politician. You'll see. Let's scarf this down and head over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in the corner of the main foyer. Now we're just waiting on Kanika. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yeah, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Bruce to the mayor for like the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? He's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. That is a nice top hat. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. He knows you have something. Boiled peanuts! You hold out your now slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at the strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. No! Now I can't offer boiled peanuts to anyone anymore. He ate them. I wanted to offer them to everyone, but I don't want anyone to actually take them. Drop it, sir. Drop it. The security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Oh hey, you finally got rid of those things. Thank God. You better hope those nuts will settle well. If the mayor gets a tummy ache, it gets tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, there'll be hell to pay. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. The town has a dog as a mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. Well, I mean, it's about as effective as a human mayor, to be fair. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And the monsters. And all my friends and Winnie's biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth. No contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get to Mayor Jimmy. Whoa, hey, Gretchen. Calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. A should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. Outies. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Alright, we need to wrap this one up because we're out of time for today. But I think, you know, we've got this whole chapter and another whole chapter, so we're going to be doing this for a few days in a row. I hope you're excited to be back because I sure am. Anyway, the game has so many options, and I feel like it must have tons of replay value. I have no idea because I haven't run through it more than once. This is just the first run through. I haven't gone to explore what some of the other options are, and I haven't been saving on all the choices because there's just too many. There's just too many ways for it to go. So maybe we'll run through it again after we're done with it when it's finally finished. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. Anyway, thanks for watching, Bruce, and I'll see you tomorrow.